Right now, your life is whispering a secret. Tiny shifts you barely notice are aligning you with a reality you've only dreamed of. If you see this, your quantum leap is closer than you think, and missing it could cost you everything. Sometimes, right before a quantum leap, life feels different, not chaotic, not calm, not entirely predictable. There's a subtle undercurrent of change that most people overlook because it doesn't announce itself with fireworks or dramatic events. Instead, it whispers. You might notice conversations around you feel hollow, as if the energy that once flowed naturally between people has shifted. Routines that used to bring comfort now feel meaningless. Even your ambitions, the ones you've pursued with passion for years, suddenly lose their flavor. This isn't a sign that something is broken. It's the universe quietly signaling that you are in a transitional state. In physics, before a particle jumps to a new energy state, it enters a phase known as superposition, where multiple possibilities exist simultaneously. Nothing is fixed yet, but the potential for transformation is immense. Your life operates on a similar principle. Right now, you exist in a space where old patterns are dissolving. New realities are forming, and your energy is aligning with timelines you haven't consciously recognized. It's subtle, almost invisible, but unmistakable if you know what to look for. One of the first signals is a feeling of discomfort or misalignment. Relationships that were once stable may feel constricting. Work that was once fulfilling can feel hollow or unimportant. Even your own inner dialogue may seem unfamiliar, like the voice in your head is no longer fully yours. This is not a breakdown. It is a frequency mismatch. Your consciousness is beginning to operate at a higher vibration, while remnants of your old life remain anchored to a lower frequency. That tension is essential. It is the pressure that forces change, nudging you toward a higher state of being. Another subtle signal is an intuitive pull. A feeling or thought that arises out of nowhere, pointing you in a new direction. You might feel a small, fleeting excitement about an idea, a conversation, or a sudden shift in perspective. Most people ignore these signals because they appear minor, easily dismissed as coincidence. Yet, these micro-movements are the universe's way of pre-aligning you with your next timeline. Recognizing them and acting in harmony with them accelerates your quantum leap. The key here is awareness. The moment you notice the subtle shifts, a change in energy, a fleeting inspiration, or a sudden alignment, you are tapping into the pre-selection moment. This is when the quantum field begins to respond to your vibrational state before your conscious mind even processes the changes. This fraction of a second, this tiny window of alignment, is where transformation begins. Most people miss it because they are too busy reacting, trying to force outcomes, or clinging to what feels familiar. The truth is simple. The signs are there, whispering to you. If you pay attention, lean in, and allow yourself to be present with these subtle signals, your quantum leap is already underway. It starts with noticing the unseen, the small shifts in energy, thought, and emotion. That awareness is the first and most crucial step towards stepping into a life that feels aligned, effortless, and profoundly transformative. As you approach a quantum leap, one of the most important concepts to grasp is the frequency mismatch. This is the moment when your inner energy begins to vibrate at a higher level, while your external reality remains anchored to the old frequency. It's like standing with one foot in the present you're leaving behind and one foot in the future you're about to enter. This misalignment creates tension, discomfort, and sometimes confusion. But it is not a sign that you are failing. It's a natural and essential part of transformation. In physics, this is comparable to decoherence. When two systems are out of sync, they can no longer maintain the old equilibrium. Similarly, when your personal vibration rises, old relationships, routines, out of edge, may no longer feel supportive or relevant. You may feel restless, bored, or even frustrated with things that previously brought comfort. That's your signal that your old frequency can't sustain the higher state you're stepping into. Many people panic at this stage because the discomfort triggers fear. They try to cling to old patterns, relationships, or achievements, thinking that maintaining control will provide security. But this is exactly what delays the quantum jump. The field doesn't respond to effort. It responds to alignment. Trying to force your old frequency to coexist with your new vibration creates resistance, and resistance slows transformation. The frequency mismatch also manifests internally. Thoughts that once felt motivating may now feel irrelevant. Decision-making becomes harder because your mind is trained to operate linearly, but your energy is now moving non-linearly. Intuition begins to speak louder than logic. You may experience sudden insights, flashes of clarity, or deep inner knowing that something in your life must change. These are the subtle signals that your consciousness is realigning with a timeline that matches your new vibration. Understanding. This mismatch allows you to navigate it with grace rather than fear. The tension you feel is evidence that your transformation is underway. Instead of resisting, you can consciously allow yourself to release old beliefs, habits, and expectations that no longer serve your higher frequency. This is the space where the quantum field becomes responsive to your energy, where possibilities begin to collapse into a reality that aligns with your vision. Spiritually, this stage is often referred to as the void or fertile darkness. It is a transitional state where creation exists before form. In the void, your soul reorganizes itself, adjusting your vibrational blueprint to match the new reality that already exists in the quantum field. Your role is not to control the process, but to trust, observe, and align. The frequency mismatch is uncomfortable, yes, but it is also a powerful indicator that your next chapter is near. Recognizing it, embracing it, and working with it instead of against it will allow your quantum leap to happen naturally, effortlessly, and with precision. The tension you feel is proof that the universe is preparing to launch you into a timeline that is already waiting for you. One of the most critical steps in preparing for your quantum leap is releasing old energy and beliefs that no longer serve your higher vibration. Every thought, habit, and emotional pattern you've carried creates a frequency, a signal that your subconscious broadcasts into the quantum field. If that signal is cluttered with fear, doubt, or outdated beliefs, it will pre-select realities that reflect those limitations. Simply put, your past energy can block your future manifestation. Releasing old energy is not about suppressing it or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging, processing, and then letting it go. Think of your personal energy as a river. If the river is clogged with debris, anger, resentment, or old trauma, the flow of new water is blocked. To allow a fresh current to flow, you must clear the river. The same principle applies to your vibration. Begin by identifying recurring patterns in your life. Are you attracting relationships, jobs, or experiences that feel familiar but unfulfilling? Are there fears that resurface again and again? These are signposts of old energy that is still active. Next, consciously choose to release them. This can be done through introspective practices like journaling, meditation, or energy work. Ask yourself, what belief am I holding that no longer serves my highest good? And allow the answer to surface without judgment. Emotional release is equally important. Emotions are energy in motion, and trapped or unresolved emotions anchor you to old frequencies. Techniques like deep breathing, emotional freedom technique, EFT, or simply allowing yourself to feel and express emotions fully can dissolve energetic blocks. Remember, suppression only strengthens the attachment. Expression creates freedom. Forgiveness is another essential aspect. Holding grudges or clinging to resentment keeps you tied to timelines and realities that are incompatible with your next quantum jump. Forgiving others and even yourself is not condoning past actions. but removing energetic chains that hold you in repetition. As you forgive, you raise your vibrational baseline, which in turn signals to the quantum field that you are ready for a new reality. The process of releasing old energy also includes letting go of attachments to specific outcomes, while clarity of intention is necessary. Fixating on exact results creates tension and blocks flow. Instead, focus on vibrational alignment, trusting that the field will deliver the optimal version of your desire. This is the difference between controlling and co-creating. One keeps you stuck. The other propels you forward. Finally, understand that release is continuous. As you ascend, new layers of old patterns may surface. Approach each as a signal that your jump is near. The more consciously and consistently you release, the lighter your energy becomes and the faster your quantum leap unfolds. By actively shedding the old, emotionally, mentally, and energetically, you open space for the new timeline to manifest. This is not just a preparatory step. It is the very mechanism through which your leap becomes inevitable as you prepare for your quantum leap. One of the most powerful skills you can develop is the ability to recognize subtle signals from the quantum field. The universe is constantly communicating with you, but most people miss these messages because they are wrapped in quiet, almost imperceptible forms. These signals are not always dramatic or obvious. They appear as fleeting thoughts, sudden insights, coincidences, or shifts in your energy. Learning to notice them is like tuning a radio to the right frequency. The clearer you become, the more precise the guidance. Imagine walking down a street and briefly noticing a stranger who says something that resonates deeply with your current situation, or perhaps a song plays at the exact moment you need its message. These moments, seemingly random, are micro-adjustments from the field, aligning you with the timeline you are ready to inhabit. The quantum field responds first to your vibration, your emotional state, beliefs, and subconscious programming before your conscious mind even registers the opportunity to recognize these signals. Begin by cultivating present moment awareness. Slow down, breathe, and observe your environment and internal state without judgment. Meditation, journaling, and reflective walks are simple yet powerful tools to heighten your sensitivity to these cues. Pay attention to patterns, synchronicities, and repeated nudges. They often point toward decisions, actions, or changes that are essential for your upcoming quantum leap. Equally important is trusting your intuition. Intuition is your inner guidance system, a direct link to the quantum field. It may appear as a gut feeling, a sudden mental image, or a knowing that feels unexplainable. When you act on these intuitive prompts, you're cooperating with the energy of the field rather than resisting it. Remember, these signals are subtle because your leap is a delicate process. The quantum field doesn't overwhelm, it whispers first. If you learn to hear these whispers, you gain the ability to steer your energy consciously, positioning yourself in the right frequency to receive your next reality. Ignoring or dismissing these signs keeps you stuck in repetition, but acknowledging and acting upon them accelerates your alignment. Every subtle signal is a doorway, a chance to consciously step closer to the life you are meant to inhabit. Mastering this awareness transforms uncertainty into guidance, hesitation into decisive action, and prepares your consciousness for the inevitable leap. Once you begin recognizing the subtle signals of the quantum field, the next step is to align your actions with your quantum potential. Awareness alone is not enough. It must be paired with deliberate, high-vibration choices that reinforce the reality you are moving toward. Think of it like steering a sailboat. You've spotted the wind, but until you adjust your sails, you won't move in the direction you desire. Alignment begins with understanding that your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all energy. Each thought carries a frequency, each emotion radiates vibration, and every action sends ripples through the field. If your energy is scattered, contradictory, or low, The quantum field will reflect that by pre-selecting timelines that match those frequencies. Conversely, when your energy is coherent and intentionally directed, the field responds almost instantly. Adjusting circumstances to match your vibration. Practical alignment requires examining your current life patterns. What thoughts dominate your mind? What behaviors and habits reinforce outdated beliefs or low-frequency emotions? This is the stage where honest self-reflection becomes essential. Write down recurring patterns, limiting beliefs, and repetitive emotional reactions. Once identified, consciously release or replace them with empowered alternatives. Replace fear with faith, doubt with clarity, and hesitation with decisive action next. Ensure your actions match the trajectory suggested by the signals you've received. Even small, consistent steps in alignment with your quantum potential. Amplify the energy you are sending. It's not about overdoing or forcing progress, but about intentional, focused movement. Each aligned action acts as a magnetic beacon, drawing circumstances, people, and opportunities into your field that are in resonance with your desired reality. Equally important is cultivating patience. A quantum leap is not instantaneous. It is a process that requires your nervous system, subconscious, and conscious mind to harmonize. Trust the unfolding, even when results are not immediately visible. Acting with alignment rather than desperation ensures you maintain a high frequency, which is the true accelerator of manifestation. Ultimately, your reality shifts when your internal state and external actions synchronize with the frequency of your next timeline. Awareness guides you, but action solidifies the leap. By mastering alignment, you move from passive observation to active co-creation, positioning yourself to receive the life-changing shifts that are already preparing to unfold before your quantum leap can fully manifest. One of the most crucial steps is releasing old energies, patterns, and attachments that no longer serve you. Think of your life as a container. It can only hold so much energy. If outdated beliefs, unresolved emotions, or stagnant habits occupy space, there is no room for the higher frequency energy required for your next reality. Letting go is not just emotional, it's energetic. Clearing the field so the universe can deliver what matches your elevated vibration. The first step is recognizing what must be released. Pay attention to areas of life where you feel resistance, discomfort, or recurring setbacks. These are signposts pointing to energies that are incompatible with your next timeline. It might be toxic relationships, fear-based thoughts, old grievances, or self-doubt. These energies often cling to you subtly, influencing your decisions and preventing alignment with higher frequency realities. Once identified, release begins with conscious acknowledgement. Sit quietly and allow yourself to feel the weight of these energies. Name them, understand their origins, and accept that they have served a purpose in your growth. Resistance or denial prolongs their hold, but acknowledgement begins the process of transformation. Next comes energetic detachment. Visualize these old energies leaving your body, mind, and space. Some people imagine a dark cloud lifting or dissolving, while others feel a literal sense of weight being released. Breathwork, meditation, or journaling can amplify this process, accelerating the clearing of stagnant energy. Simultaneously, replace the old energies with high vibration alternatives. Gratitude, clarity, love, and confidence are not just positive emotions, they are powerful energetic signals that instruct the quantum field to align with your desired reality. Each act of release paired with conscious replacement creates a vacuum that draws in new opportunities and experiences aligned with your leap. Finally, understand that letting go is an ongoing practice. Old energies may attempt to return, triggered by familiar environments, people, or thought patterns. When this happens, reaffirm your commitment to your higher frequency and return to your release rituals. This consistent practice ensures that your energy remains open, fluid, and receptive to the quantum jump that is approaching. By letting go, you make space for transformation, allowing your future self to step into your reality. The universe will never guide you forward until you've cleared the energy of the past. This is the energetic foundation of the leap. The essential clearing that signals to the quantum field. You are ready as you prepare for your quantum leap. The universe begins sending subtle signals to guide you toward your next timeline. These signs are rarely dramatic. They are whispers rather than shouts. The challenge is that most people overlook them, dismissing them as coincidences or distractions. Yet these subtle cues are the quantum field communicating directly with your consciousness, showing you that your energetic alignment is already in motion. The first type of signal is synchronistic events. You may notice patterns repeating with uncanny timing, such as meeting the right person at the exact moment you need guidance. Stumbling across a book or video that directly answers a question you've been pondering, or hearing the same phrase or advice from multiple sources in a short period. These synchronicities are not random. They are confirmations that your energy is in resonance with the frequency of your next reality. The second signal is inner nudges or intuitive hits. You may feel a sudden clarity about a decision or an unexplained pull toward a particular choice. These are your higher self and the quantum field working together to guide your actions. The more you trust these feelings, the more the universe aligns to support your leap. Ignoring them often results in missed opportunities or unnecessary resistance. Physical sensations are another form of subtle guidance. A shift in energy, tingling sensations, or a sense of lightness in the body can indicate that your vibrational state is adjusting to a new frequency. Similarly, emotional fluctuations, brief waves of excitement, nostalgia, or even unease often signal that the old blueprint is dissolving to make room for the new. Pay attention to your thought patterns and mental clarity. Ideas may arrive fully formed, insights may hit at random moments, and old mental blocks may suddenly disappear. These are signs that your mind is recalibrating to the higher frequency timeline, aligning with the quantum potential you are stepping into. Finally, subtle signals often come as opportunities or doors opening unexpectedly. A chance meeting, an invitation, a new path appearing. It's all part of the universe nudging you toward the reality that matches your vibrational state. Your role is to notice, trust, and act upon these signals with faith. Recognizing these subtle signs requires presence and awareness. Meditation, mindfulness, and journaling can sharpen your sensitivity to these cues. The more attuned you become, the more effortless the alignment process will feel. These subtle signals are the quantum field's way of saying, your leap is near, and your future is ready to meet you. Before a quantum leap can occur, your mind and emotions must be aligned with the reality you are about to enter. Many people attempt to manifest or shift without preparing internally, only to find themselves frustrated or pulled back to familiar patterns. The truth is that a quantum jump isn't just about external circumstances, it begins with internal readiness, mentally. This means releasing old thought patterns that no longer serve you. Your mind tends to cling to familiar stories, even when they limit your growth. Thoughts like, I'm not ready, or this can't happen for me, act as energetic anchors, slowing your leap. Awareness is the first step. Notice these limiting beliefs without judgment. Then, consciously replace them with thoughts that reflect the new frequency you wish to inhabit. Instead of fighting your doubts, transform them into questions that open possibilities, like, how can I align with this next version of myself? Emotionally, preparation is equally important. Quantum shifts require emotional clarity and stability, because the quantum field responds not just to thought, but to the feelings that accompany it. Fear, anxiety, and resistance generate low-frequency vibrations that attract timelines reflecting those emotions. To rise above them, cultivate feelings of trust, excitement, and gratitude. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, and visualizations can help you stabilize your emotional state while maintaining openness to change. Another key aspect is detachment from outcome. While it may sound counterintuitive, clinging too tightly to a specific result creates friction. The universe responds to energy, not desperation. By focusing on the vibrational state of abundance, empowerment, and alignment, rather than the exact shape of your future, you allow the quantum field to bring forth outcomes far beyond your limited expectations. Preparing mentally and emotionally also involves self-reflection and inner honesty. Assess which relationships, habits, or environments no longer resonate with your growth and consciously release them. Every attachment to the old frequency slows your progress. By creating space, you're literally making room for new experiences and opportunities that match your higher vibrational state. Finally, preparation is about cultivating patience and trust. Quantum leaps rarely occur on your schedule, they happen when your energy is fully aligned, not when your mind demands it. By training yourself to remain centered, aware, and emotionally attuned, you position yourself to step into your next timeline effortlessly. As the universe responds to the energy you radiate, mental clarity, emotional alignment, and deliberate preparation are the invisible scaffolding upon which your quantum leap will be built. As you approach the culmination of your quantum leap, the focus shifts from preparation to integration. This is where the invisible shift in frequency begins to manifest in your tangible reality. A quantum leap is not just a fleeting moment. It's a transformation that rewires your perception, behavior, and experiences. If you want the leap to be permanent, you must consciously embed this new version of yourself into every aspect of your life. Integration starts with awareness of change. Notice the subtle shifts, new opportunities, altered relationships, and changes in your mindset. Each sign is confirmation that your energetic realignment is taking hold. Celebrate these small victories. They are proof that the quantum field is responding to your elevated vibration. Gratitude amplifies the effect. By consciously appreciating the shifts, you strengthen your connection with the new reality. Next is habit alignment. Your daily actions, routines, and choices must reflect the version of yourself you intend to embody. The mind and body respond to repetition, so consistently acting in harmony with your new frequency ensures that the quantum leap is anchored deeply. Old behaviors that no longer serve you must be replaced with practices that reinforce your higher vibration, whether that's in health, work, relationships, or personal growth. Another critical aspect is emotional mastery. A quantum leap magnifies both empowerment and vulnerability. You may feel exhilarated, but old fears can resurface to test your commitment. Recognize these emotional ripples as part of the process rather than obstacles. Each time you respond from your new aligned state instead of reverting to old patterns, you solidify the leap and expand your capacity for higher realities. Finally, embrace trust in the continuous unfolding of life. Quantum manifestation is not a one-time event. It is a dynamic, ongoing process. Your leap has initiated a momentum that the universe will continue to amplify. By maintaining clarity, emotional alignment, and focused intention, you ensure that your trajectory remains upward. The essence of a quantum leap is simple yet profound. Your energy pre-creates your reality, and your conscious alignment ensures it manifests fully. The moment you step into awareness, trust the process, release the old, and integrate the new, you live not just a changed life, but a life in which you are the conscious architect of your destiny. This is your reality now. Your leap has begun. Stay aligned, stay conscious, and allow your new frequency to guide you into the future you have always been destined to experience.